George did? He didn't show up. When did he come down? Alright, y'all come back to some more Umineko when they cry and we're all panicked! Cause, where's George? Where's Cross? Where's Nazi? Oh! Spooky. Alright, so I'm actually recording this really early in the morning, but for some reason I don't feel like my voice is any different. Sometimes my voice is very different in the mornings. But okay, I just woke up not too long ago, and I actually have work after this, so that's actually really funny. Yeah. But anyway, welcome back to some more Umineko when they cry. What happened last time? Let's recap what happened last time. Last time, we had a little reunion between Shannon and George, and Beato made it happen, and it was ruined. It was ruined by Eva Beato, by those cruel, wretched Chiester sisters, 45 and 410. They ruined it. They destroyed the reunion. But I bet they died happily, without any regrets. Was that great acting from me, by the way? It's, I could be a little bit of a great actor myself, right? With that great voice acting of mine right there. See that? I'm joking. No, I definitely will not cut out to be a good voice actor. At least not without proper practice. I mean, I don't think my voice fits any role out of anyone in Umineko at the very least. I don't think my voice would work for either Battler or George. And I don't think anyone would suggest to have my voice being any of the adults. Certainly not someone like Nanjo or Kins or something, right? Like, no. So between Battler and George, my voice does not work for either. And I'm fine with that. I don't really care about being a voice actor, I'll be honest. I'll have people more talented, more hardworking, more caring about their craft than me be these talented voice actors for Umineko. I'm especially impressed by Beatrice and or Beato, I should say. She's given up her Beatrice name, but Beato and Kinzo. Those two are very impressive. Eva herself, I find her voice, that we see here right in front of us, I find her voice acting to be good. Battler's voice acting is unreal as well. Absolutely unreal. Crazy business. So of course, but it's Daisuke Ono. That's exactly what we've come to expect from him. That guy just never fails in voice acting. I've known him for several voice acting roles in anime, and yeah, he's never failed to disappoint. So, okay. Anyway, yeah, Chester sisters killed George and Shannon, and the ritual is now seemingly over. Except there's 4 people alive, rather than the supposed 5. There's supposed to be 5 people remaining, but since George was not part of the, he wasn't supposed to be part of the ritual. If he got killed anyway, then there's 4 remaining that will get to go to the Golden Land. And yeah, Eva Beato's so bad, she's even gonna kill her older version's son, just like that. She tried to kill Beato as well, but Virgilia defended her and worked as a decoy, basically. So the Chester sisters thought they killed Beato, but they didn't. So yeah, Beato escaped, and the game between me and her may continue. Yeah. And episode 3, I think, is soon to be over. I mean, we have a couple of chapters left, but we're really close to the end here of chapter 3, or episode 3, sorry. So let's see where it goes. All right. Also, this part won't be awfully long, so this might be the first sub 1 hour long part of Umineko of episode 3. So yeah, but let's at the really start to finish this chapter, I reckon. When? What time was that again? About 4 or 5. It was at least an hour ago.
俺たち眠くなってその後は多分居眠りしてたしでも多分ジェシカの言う通りだと思うぜ1時間か2時間くらい前だった
But I think Jessica probably has it right about 1 or 2 hours ago.
私もそのくらいの頃だと記憶しています
Nanjo can also confirm.
コーヒーのおかわりはいるかと聞かれましたからね
Because I was asked whether I wanted some more coffee. Something hard to believe had happened. Apparently, when Auntie Eva had left for a second to visit the lavatory, Uncle Cross and Auntie Yoshi disappeared. Huh! There's no way they went hiding somewhere. Of course, the doors and windows had all been rigorously checked, and all were locked from the inside. Not one of them was broken. And that wasn't just the first floor. The second floor was the same. Also, all the doors and windows were designed in such a way that they couldn't be locked from the outside. In other words, there was no way that Uncle Cross and Aunt Nazi had gone outside. And yet, they couldn't be found. Furthermore, they weren't the only ones who had disappeared. Astonishingly, George Aniki had too. That's crazy. George Aniki had left saying that he was going to get more coffee. Oh, come on! I'm an idiot! At the end of last part, I was trying to remember why George left, and now Batter just repeats it for me. Thank frick, man. My memory when it comes to stuff like that isn't great, but I try to remember other stuff. Alright. And had gone downstairs more than an hour earlier. I might have to sneeze. Nope, the sneeze went away. I don't have to sneeze. I'm good. I'd been under the impression that he was having a good conversation with Auntie Eva and the rest. But Auntie Eva, who had been in the lobby the whole time, said that no one had come down. Since all the doors and windows are locked from the inside, it's hard to imagine that they went outside. Nevertheless, 3 humans had evaporated from this barricaded guest house, which had become a perfect locked room. Even more surprisingly that, since the doors and windows can't be locked from the outside, 3 people managed to get outside, and the doors and windows are still locked, still barricaded. That's crazy. It's hard to imagine any reason why they'd hide themselves away for a surprise prank in a situation like this. It's probably appropriate to think that they've become caught up in this crime. When Auntie Eva learned that her only son was missing, she went off insane. Oh god, I mean, understandably so. Running from room to room and yelling his name loudly. Georgie! That's how I imagine her screaming. Or shouting. And Jessica, who had suddenly lost both of her parents, followed suit. Ah! Dad! Mom! That's how I imagine her shouting. I don't know, I'm laughing at that. It's actually messed up. I'm sorry. It's actually really messed up. I may have gotten used to these murders after 3 episodes, which is not good. I'm becoming Beato myself. That's not good. It's not good to be laughing at their deaths. Battler will probably scold me after this, goddammit. Battler, I'm sorry. I'm still with you. I'm with you. We're good. Alright, cries of Georgie, and Mom. See, I got it right. I got the cries right. And Mom, Dad. And even now, continuing to echo through the guest house. I think George said something about wanting to see Shannon's face. It would be reasonable to imagine that he had snuck out of the guest house and gone to the mansion. However, I don't know about Uncle Cross and Aunt Nazi. Maybe they guessed that's what happened and went to the mansion to search for him? Without even telling Auntie Eva? At this rate, it's only a matter of time before we start talking about leaving the guest house to search for them. At this point, I'd be in favor of that. We said that shutting ourselves up inside the guest house would be safe, and shut ourselves in this morning as a big happy family of 12 people. And now there's only 4 remaining. That's crazy. We started with 12 shut up inside of here. And now there's 4 remaining. What happened to the other 8? Oh baby, oh baby. And yet, now there are only 4 people here. In other words, being here does not imply safety. Well, it does for you, Battler. You've consistently survived all 3 episodes, bro. However, there's something even more important that we mustn't forget. And that's the fact that all of the doors and windows are locked from the inside. Yeah. So, it's impossible for them, well, I mean, as far as, without magic or something, some crazy business, they can't be locked from the outside. So how has George, Cross, Nazi gone out, and all the doors and windows are still locked from the inside, even though they can't be locked from the outside when they get out? Shouldn't we have been able to clearly see their escape route? This is a locked room. How had they vanished from this place? How? How could it be? To be or not to be? We'd search around thoroughly. However, we were unable to find any signs of anyone hiding. The three of them had most certainly been taken outside the guest house.
どうやってでしょう。
But that's also devil's proof though, Battler. That's a devil's proof. No matter how hard you try, you can't prove that they aren't hiding somewhere in the guest house. That's a devil's proof. That's a fact. You can't prove that there's no hidden room or hidden freaking locker. Alright, I wonder how they did it.
まさか隠し扉とかがあるとか。
You don't think there might be something like a hidden door? Wow. Wow. Nanjo, that's crazy. I just mentioned that.
隠し扉
A hidden door?
扉も窓も外から閉めることは構造上不可能です。釣り糸の類を使ってもこの構造では無理でしょうな。となれば扉や窓以外から出たと考えるのが妥当でしょう。
Okay, that's good reasoning.
確かにそういう論法にもなるだろうよ。隠し扉が存在しないなんて断言は
No one can be sure that no hidden doors exist. I agree. That's a devil's proof. I agree.
しかしそういう発想に飛躍する前に俺はもっとシンプルな可能性も疑ってる。
I do recall Beato confirming that there's no hidden doors in Jessica's room, in the servant room, etc. But she never confirmed that for the guest house, did she? However, before leaping to that conclusion, I suspect a much simpler possibility. Let's have at it, Battler. What you got?
と申しますと
And what would that be? For some time, Battler had been opening windows, opening the shutters and checking outside, and repeating this for each window.
この窓は静かだ
This window sure is quiet!
な。なるほど。この窓は他と違って建物の構造上風が吹き込まないわけか。
Unlike the other windows, the building's construction means that the wind doesn't blow into this one.
そのようですな。こんなにも外は風雨なのに雨も風も入ってこないとは不思議な気持ちです。
It feels strange that no wind or rain comes in even though there is so much of it outside.
南條先生、
Dr. Nanjo!
今窓を開けた時音を感じたかい？
When I opened the window just now, did you hear a sound?
え、
Huh?
いえ、気にはなりませんでしたが、よく油が効いていると思います。
I believe it is well oiled. Okay.
つまり誰も見ていない廊下の窓からひょろっと抜け出すことは可能なわけだ。しかもこの窓なら風も吹き込まないから風圧でカーテンや扉が音を立てることもない。静かなもんさ。
It'd be a quiet escape, you say? Battler leaned out and looked at the ground below. He was searching for some sign that George had jumped down. Yeah, like footsteps or something. Too bad he flew. Search for some signs in the air, baby. But at a glance, he didn't see any mark like that on the grass in the middle of the pouring rain.
こういう窓が1階にもあるのかもしれない。誰にも気づかれずに表へ出ることは可能だぜ。
It is possible to go outside without anyone noticing. Here's the issue with that, Battler. Even if they did manage to go outside, how could they lock the window from the outside? Imagine George just jumped out the window from the second floor. How could he lock the window from outside? Same thing with the first floor. With the way it's constructed, how could they lock it from the outside? Unless there's something I'm missing? You're saying that they can get outside and lock it? They can't. According to Nodri himself, they can't. Unless you're telling me that they found a window that was open. Then that's a different business. If you found a window that's open, then yeah, that's sus as hell.
しかし扉はおろか、窓はすべて施錠されて鎧戸まで閉まっていましたぞ。
Exactly. All the windows were locked and the shutters were even down, yeah.
出ることは可能でも閉めることは不可能だ。
It is possible to go out, but it would be impossible to lock up. Unless... It's an inside job. It's an inside job now, Joe. George jumped out and crossed the nuts. He locked the windows for him. George went out from a first floor or this second floor window where, you know, you couldn't hear anything. Then crossed the nuts. You're like, alright, lock the window. Boom. Nobody suspects anything. Easy thing. Same thing can be said for Cross and Nazi. How did they disappear? Well, they went out, and then Eva locked in, from behind them. Or even you could have done that, Nanjo. Me and Jessica have alibis, because me and Jessica were together. That's actually interesting. Me and Jessica were together. Alone. In the guest room. What were we doing? Watching TV? That is... Huh. I never thought about it that way. Yeah, Maria wasn't there. What could Bather and Jessica possibly have done alone for an hour? Although they said Bather did say they were dozing off, but they were alone for a whole hour and a half or two. I would have liked to see some conversation between them. I wonder what would Bather and Jessica be talking about solo. They've talked together solo before, but not in this kind of situation. I wonder. Huh. Yeah, why didn't we get screen time between them? I mean, I understand there's a lot more important stuff going on in this visual novel, story-wise, but I mean, like I said, I do like my character interactions. I would have liked to see that, but okay, I'll leave it for another time.
閉められるぜ。
But they can't be locked, see?
こうやってカチャン。
Just like this, click. Correct, so it's an inside job. George, Cross, and Nazi went out, and then one of us, locked the windows and doors from inside. Battler closed the window and locked it, as though this was perfectly obvious.
まさかバトラさんが
Yes! I suspect Eva or you! One of us could
最
have
後
done
に
it.
中の人間が鍵を閉めればこんな密室は朝飯前だ。
Yeah, I see it. If someone inside locked it in the end, this locked room is easy to spy. Correct. I agree.
しかしそれでは
Eva!
それでは
That means Eva! I love how Nanjo's getting his mind blown. Nanjo going, that means, oh! Was this really that mind blowing to you? I mean, I think, guys, we've been accustomed to this whole locked room thing, guys. I think we've been accustomed to it. Because we're not, I think the first time, I would have also been mind blown. But at this point, I've been through this locked room discussion so many times that this isn't mind blowing to me anymore. It's just like, oh, yeah, you can. But not just going, oh, that means, oh! Alright. Najo turned pale and shook his head several times. Is it really that shocking? I guess it is. For him, I understand. From his POV, I can understand why it's that shocking. Because the thing that Battler said was presenting a certain truth to him that was frightening even to imagine. Oh!
俺の想像したトリックならな。
Yeah.
しかし、こんなトリックを使えば、怪しまれる人物は極めて限定される。
I mean, even then, we have to suspect one of us four. Because no matter what, even if George was let out by a cross, and then Nazi was let out also by a cross, then someone would have needed to let a cross out as well. Unless Cross found himself a hidden room in this guest house, someone would have needed to let out a cross. And for that to be the case, one of us four must have done it. You know what I mean? Since me and Jessica can confirm each other, but I guess you and Eva can confirm us, I would suspect you or Eva. He didn't want to say it in front of Nanjo, but after eliminating Jessica, who had been with him the whole time, exactly. The only ones who could have done it were Nanjo and Eva. Exactly. Exactly!
私はそんなことをしませんぞ
I mean, considering how shocked you were at the realization that someone from the inside could have locked it, I would also not suspect you either. But, hey, never say never. You never know.
誓ってもいい
Yes, I can swear it. And at the same time, you can't technically find motivation for Eva to do it, just like in episode 1. Right, when Eva survived episode 1, people were suspecting her because she would have motivation to kill her siblings so that she can take over the family headship. Right? But if you flip the chessboard, I don't know about that one, you know what I mean?
となると、エヴァおばさんと南條先生のアリバイ合戦ってことになる。俺たちは二人とも怪しんで、 それぞれを別々に監禁すればいいだけの話。
Just have to suspect both of you and confine the two of you separately. Well, I mean, that's if your trick is what really happened, Battler. There's multiple possibilities, I feel like.
逆に言えばこのトリックはもっと生存者が多ければ有効かもしれないが、これだけ人数が減った状況下では大して有効ではないんだ。
Since our numbers have shrunk so much, it isn't particularly effective at all. No, in fact, there's a chance they could dig their own grave with it. So if you flip the chessboard, what do you get then, Battler? It should have been more expedient to make it look like the culprit was outside, and to intentionally leave a door unlocked or break a window.
もしこの失踪劇が今日の昼にでも起これば、俺は自信満々にこの説を発表しただろうよ。だがこの段階に至っては全然自信が持てないぜ。何なんだこいつは。一体何を意味してやがるんだこの密室はよ。
What does it mean, this locked room?
やはりその
You don't think, huh?
なんだい南條先生。思いつきでもいいから言ってくれよ。
Even if it's just a thought, please say it. Because Dr. Nandro looked like he was trying to swallow his words despite having thought of something, I urged him on. After he refused several times, saying that it was just a foolish idea, he said it out. He finally said it out loud. There's no such thing as foolish ideas. Alright? There's only 4 of us left alive. Just say it.
上様、やはりこれは本当に魔女の仕業ではないのか。
You don't think this actually might be the work of the witch? See, even that doesn't sound that ridiculous now, does it?
バカバカしい。
Baka Bakashi!
魔女なんているわけがねえぜ。
There's no way witches exist.
魔女は私たちに訴えたいのです。人間にはできないことをやってのけるからこそ、自分を魔女だと認めさせたいに違いないのです。私はこのゲストハウス全体の密室からの失踪は、そういう魔女からのメッセージだと感じています。
Or, get this, Danjo, it could just be a human trying to make us believe that it's a witch doing all of this. Just saying.
考えてはならないのです。意味なんてきっとないのです。私は恐ろしい。
I am frightened. As Dr. Nandro shook with fear, it looked like he was trying. It looked like he was trying. Great English there. Trying to erase the fearsome thoughts that he kept imagining, one after the other. When we went downstairs, Auntie Eva and Jessica were enraged, and were each making a lot of noise about leaving this place and searching for their respective families. I don't know about that one. I understand why they would do that, considering both of their families were lost just not too long ago. But, I mean, knowing that the ritual is over, I know they're safe to do it. But I'm just saying, Jessica and Eva, I would not recommend it. I would just chill out here. The witch will come herself and announce that you get to go to the Golden Land or whatever, and then the episode will be over. I bet soon enough. It was a desire that naturally hits those who can no longer see their family. Auntie Evan told Dr. Nandro and me to stay here, but I shook my head and started walking.
もう引きこもりはたくさんだぜ。俺も外の空気を吸いたくなってきた。
Started wanting to breathe some outside air.
ああ、行くならさっさと行こうぜ。
I mean, if the entire island's dying, we might as well die too. Let's go.
もうこんなところに閉じこもってるのは真っ平さ。早く父さんや母さんやジョージ兄さんを探しに行こう。
Let's go and find Mom, Dad, and George as fast as we can. The blood had all risen to Jessica's head. I hope it doesn't set off her asthma. Oh yeah, that would be bad. Connell's not here to help her out with that. He's dead. Oh no.
残りたい人は勝手に残ってればいいわ。とにかく私たちは表を探してくるわ。
Anyone who wants to stay behind can do that themselves, but we are going to search outside. Imagine Battler stays behind alone, and then the witch comes in, Eva Beta comes in, and he's like, just like in episode 2, Well, well. What are your 3 sizes? Just like he, and then Genji came in. I remember that. That was still awesome. Genji came in and Batman went, sorry Genji, I'm not particularly interested in your bust size. And then Genji goes, Battler-sama. That was still awesome. That was awesome. I love that. I love that. That's still one of the highlights of episode 2 for me. It's such a little, small, completely unimportant scene, but I really loved it.
南條先生はどうする
What about you, Dr. Nanjo?
一人で留守番してるかい
Gonna watch the police by yourself? I mean, you might as well go. We're all going. We might as well. He's the only one left on in the island.
私もご一緒させてください。
Please allow me to join you. Oh yeah, I was the only one holding a gun, by the way. Can we just notice that real quick? I'm not saying she's gonna shoot us down. I'm just saying. She's also the only one that solved the riddle. But that's... not if you guys... I mean, she can tell us at this point. She can tell us. She can tell us that she solved the riddle at this point. It's just me, Jessica, and Nanjo. What are we gonna do? Well, Nanjo's too old. Why would he care about some freaking gold? I mean, he can give it to his son. I know his son is taking over his clinic in Nijima, was it? Yeah, he's taking over his clinic. So maybe I guess he'd want a crop of that gold for his son. But if you're working as a doctor, you're getting plenty enough money, right? And come on, if George is dead, come on. I mean, you can give me and Jessica some money. Come on, Eva. You've solved the riddle. You know where the money is. Take us to where the money is, Eva. Actually, take us to where the money is. Eva, do that. I'll love it. If the alternative was holding up alone in a guest house whose security was by no means guaranteed, it would be better to be in a danger zone as a group of 4 people. Auntie Eva was holding the gun. Maybe separately from her was almost like asking to be made into the next victim. That's true. But I mean, you're going to be the next victim whether you like it or not at this point. There's not many victims left to go. Alright, in this way, the 4 of us decided to leave the guest house. We barricaded ourselves in, saying we'd be safe if we did, and then lost 8 people. Let's barricade ourselves in! We're gonna be safe here! Loses 2/3 of the people in here. Great. Okay, it was almost as though this had been nothing more than a holding cell from which the sacrifices could be killed one after another. We removed the chain, unlocked the front door and opened it. It was already pitch black out. While there were some lights outside which dimly lit the pathway, they didn't have enough... While there were some lights outside which dimly lit the pathway, they didn't have enough power to illuminate the darkness that some suspicious person was likely to be hiding in. I mean, it's around 6 p.m. right now? Kinda late, yeah.
行くわよ
I'm going.
遅れても知らないんだからね
If you fall behind, you're on your own, okay? Still holding her gun, Auntie Eva dashed out without an umbrella. Jessica followed after her. After looking at each other, Dr. Nanjo and I chased after them. Alright. What in the world is happening in this mansion on this island? Since yesterday, I've just been shut up in the cousin's room in the guest house with the rest of my cousins. So I don't know anything about what's been going on outside. Yeah, and since then you've lost half of them. You've lost half of your cousins, okay? And the only one you have remaining has gone out. So you might as well go out. Well, who cares at this point? Just what has been happening in those places I don't know about. Outside the room, in the mansion, and on this island. Everything is occurring, everything is proceeding, and everything is ending without my knowing it. Somewhere in my heart, I already begun to give up. Most likely, not one of us will see tomorrow morning. When the seagulls cry, none shall be left alive! And then we get to go to the Golden Land, maybe. The ninth twilight is here, ladies and gentlemen. It's the ninth twilight. Here we go. Glass break. Okay, that's that chapter done. We're on chapter 17 now. Approaching chapter 17. We're almost done. Still 6 p.m. 6:03 p.m. Alright. The Witch's Courtroom. The Witch's Courtroom. Chester sisters, how you doing?
父さん母さん
Oh, her parents are in this place. This is where George professed his love to Sharon.
誰がこんなことを
Would do something like this. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had an alarm ring. I had to run upstairs real quick. I'm in the basement right now, by the way. This is where I record these videos, in the basement of this place, this house. So yeah. So, I heard a ring up top, so I had to run really quickly. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry for the short notice. I couldn't even tell y'all that I was gonna be right back. But okay, I'm back. We're good. Alright. So, Jessica's found her mom and dad. Let's go. Jessica's woeful voice echoed throughout the rose garden. Perhaps it was the intuition of a person who lived on this island. After Jessica had looked in the rose garden where Auntie Rose and Maria had fallen and seen nothing, she had gone to look in the arbor next. That's what this place is called, arbor. I need to remember that. Normally, the arbor was probably a wonderful location to enjoy tea peacefully, while appreciating the roses on a good sunny day. Who knows, maybe even Uncle Cross and Aunt Nazi had their days where they relaxed and enjoyed tea together here. Cross was probably too busy for that. In that arbor lay the bodies of Uncle Cross and Aunt Nazi. At least they weren't drenched in the rain like Auntie Rose and Maria had been. But there was no way I could say that out loud to Jessica at that moment. True.
どうなんだ南條先生
What do you think, Dr. Nanjo?
考察ですが、
Strangulation again?
ほらご覧なさい。首にくっきりと何か細いもので絞めた跡が残っている。
On their necks there are distinct markings that something thin was used to strangle them. Don't they also have... Shouldn't they also have stakes on them? The 7 stakes? Or has Eva Beato just stopped caring about following through with the ritual completely? I guess after she killed Beato, she stopped caring about the ritual at all. So maybe she is gonna kill us all. Considering she killed George, she's already gone away from the ritual. There's supposed to be 5 remaining at the end, not 4. So maybe she is gonna kill us all. God damn it.
だなまさかこっちが主たる死因のわけはねえだろうよ
I doubt that these things were the primary cause of their deaths. The 2 stake like... Oh, there are stake like... Okay, so she is following through with the ritual. Should she just kill George as an extra? The 2 stake-like weapons decorated with an occult design that were lying on the ground have been found driven into Cross's thigh area and near Nauti's calf. So that's the leg and foot, right? That's the 7th and 8th Twilight. When we had found these sticking out of my parents' foreheads and chest, we had decided to leave them exactly as they were for the police and to preserve the crime scene. But Jessica no longer cared about such matters and immediately pulled the stakes out of her parents' forsaken bodies. Forehead and chest, I see. Yeah. Okay, Jessica. Kinda selfish of you. No, I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking, guys, chill! Guys, damn! Yes, Battler didn't do it and Jessica did do it, but I mean, at this point there's 4 survivors. Preserving the crime scene? Come on now. Alright, let's, I'll check the character file, because they're dead now. Okay. Cross. Corpse discovered in the Rose Garden Arbor. The cause of death is assumed to be strangulation by a cord-shaped object. A stake-shaped weapon was sticking out of his thigh. Left thigh, okay. If not for the epitaph, stakes wouldn't even be needed. What a pain. Natsuhi? That's her calf, okay. Corpse discovered in the Rose Garden Arbor. Cause of death is by strangulation. Sticking out her calf, okay. Why does the epitaph even need to be followed in the first place? A game? I don't really know. Actually, that's a question I'm wondering as well, Eva Beato. I want to check this 7th and 8th Twilight. Got the knee and okay, knee and leg, sorry, I said leg and foot. Knee and leg, okay. Knee, I guess, became his thigh, apparently. On the 10th Twilight, the journey ends and you shall reach the home of the gold. The witch bestows treasures. Rest in peace, Beatrice. Alright. Yeah, but you've solved it! You've solved the freaking riddle! What does it mean? We found all 5 corpses now in the head, chest, stomach, knee, and leg. Yes, that's the epitaph. Come on, Eva. Solve the riddle. You've solved the riddle. What does it mean? What could these corpses possibly mean? Why does the riddle... Why do you need to follow the ritual? As it says in the riddle. What's wrong? Kasa! Kasa!
犯人め殺してやる殺してやる
I'll freaking kill that murderer. Yeah, good luck with that one, Jessica.
第8の番まではこれで終わったわ
Alright, Eva, you've solved it. Eva, the ninth twilight, we're all gonna die, right? The witch revives and none shall be left alive. That's the ninth twilight, and then 10th twilight reach the home of the gold. Right, Eva? You know what it means. You've solved the riddle. What does it all mean?
続くは第9の番なの魔女はよみがえる
Yep.
誰も生き残れはしない
The witch revives and none shall be left alive. And then the 10th twilight, we all revive? We survive? What?
上等だぜ
I don't know about that one, Jessica. None shall be left alive. She's already killed off George. Only us are remaining.
魔女がよみがえるってことは犯人が堂々と姿を現してくれるってことなんだろう
It says the witch revives. That means the culprit's gonna make his grand appearance, right?
何が誰も生き残れないだ私が殺してやる
I'll kill myself. Oh, you're fighting a girl. You're fighting Eva. Eva's younger version. That's what you're fighting. You're fighting her.
父さんと母さんを殺した犯人をこの手で絶対に殺してやる
Imagine you kill Eva right now and get it done with. I know that's probably not gonna stop it. I know. Eva Beato's the real culprit. Eva does not condone Eva Beato's actions. I know. Jessica howled furiously, her emotions laid bare. To avoid being crushed by her grief, she could do nothing but resist it with anger.
まだジョージが見つかってないわ
We still haven't found George. Well, I mean, there's only one place you could guess he'd be, right? Just think about Shannon. Where else would he be? He'd be in the parlor, right? Come on, he went out to see Shannon.
ジェシカちゃんたちはここにいたければいるといい
It's cold out here. There's rain all around us. Now we're going to the parlor with ya.
私は屋敷へ行くわ
I'll go to the mansion. Jessica and the rest of you, you can stay here if you want. Now we'll go with you.
エヴァさん、バラバラに行動してはいけない。みんなで一緒に行動しなくては危険です。
It's dangerous if you do not all stick together. I mean, it's dangerous either way. We're all done for either way.
兄さんたちはもうどうしようもないわでもジョージはまだどこかで生きているかもしれない
George may still be alive somewhere. Yeah, that's some copium right there. She's taking heavy copium.
ここで時間を潰してる暇はないのよ
I have no time to waste here. Alright, keep going with your copium. As Auntie Eva screamed this, Jessica glared at her. Auntie Eva had no more time to bother about the dead. She was more concerned for the safety of her only son, who was yet to be seen. But I do understand why Jessica is glaring at her. I mean, she did just not concern herself with the deaths of Cross and Nazi completely. So,
ジェシカちゃんはここでお父さんとお母さんのそばにいるといい私はちょっと屋敷に行ってくるわバトラ君も南條先生もここにいてくれていい
so she's telling us to stay here, but I want to go with her. After saying this and leaving no time for debate, Auntie Eva rushed out of the arbor. Come on, Battler, follow her. Go with her. I called out for her to stop, but there was no way she would listen. However, by now, being alone in this situation meant nothing short of death. And she's the one with the gun as well! She's the one with the gun, leaving us alone. That's crazy of her. If he silently watched her leave, it would be the same as letting her die. As long as Auntie Eva was unwilling to stop, we would have no choice but to follow her. And, well, it may be cruel to say so, Uncle Cross and Aunt Nazi were already dead, so there was nothing more we could do for them. Sorry, Jessica. In the end, we had no choice but to console Jessica and head for the mansion together. Fortunately, Jessica stood up. Perhaps she had been able to draw a line under her grief for the moment. But what had surfaced in its place was an expression like a demon.
私がこの手でぶっ殺して必ず敵を取ってやる行こうぜバトラー
Let's go, Battler.
犯人を見つけたら邪魔をするなよ私が絶対に殺す
If you find whoever did this, don't get in my way. I'm definitely gonna kill them. Okay, good luck. I mean, Get to the Chester sisters first if you're lucky, Jessica.
俺も親父たちの仇があるんだ。悪いが早いもん勝ちだぜ。
I also have my parents to avenge. Sorry, but this is first come, first served.
そうだな。
To be fair, Battler, your parents put up a fantastic fight. No offense to Jessica's parents, they didn't do much. But Battler's parents put up a great fight. The way the way Kitty and Rudolph beat Leviathan and Belphegor. Even though I love Belphegor, you know, guys know I love my Belphegor. But the way they did that, the way they cleaned them up. I hope we get to see Belphegor in future episodes, though. I hope she's not dead in forever, because I did really like her. But okay.
ぶっ殺してやろうぜ。
Let's make mincemeat of that. At my words, Jessica finally seemed to feel like someone had sympathized with her emotions. She still had that dark expression, but I felt Jessica regaining some of her sanity. We took off, chasing after Auntie Eva. Through the rose garden, up the stone steps, running at full speed towards the mansion, whose large intimidating shadow flashed in the lightning. With this, the Epitaph murders had finished the 8th Twilight, and now on the 9th Twilight the witch will revive. None shall be left alive. I will most likely lose my life, but at the very least, I wanted to burn the truth into my eyes. That was the only thing motivating me to move at the moment. I want to know the truth. Eva knows the truth. She solved the riddle, so I wonder. We were able to reunite with Auntie Eva, who was having trouble with the lock to the front door. That's crazy. It seemed that all the blood had risen to Auntie Eva's head. I was probably making her fingers clumsy. It seemed she couldn't even handle the simple task of inserting the key into the lock. Then there was a faint sound. The sound of the door unlocking, just as though it had waited for all of the survivors to unite before opening. It seemed that to me as though the malicious mansion was trying to swallow all of the remaining humans at once. Oh, no. And it opens! We're in! The stench that erupted outwards at the instant the door opened. Could it really be explained as just a smell? It wasn't just a shared smell from grandfather. I think it may also have contained something like regrets held by so many dead, including our parents and all of the servants. What did it mean as it billowed out, overwhelming us? Was it the cry of the dead, telling us not to enter? However, Auntie Eva didn't even flinch at something like that, and we who had to chase after her, we were first forced to step into the mansion despite receiving that message.
Georgie? Georgie?
Go to the parlor.
聞こえたら返事をしなさい。
If you can hear me, answer. He's in the parlor. Go to the parlor.
Georgie!
Auntie Eva shouted at the top of her lungs. Considering the situation, it's probably far too optimistic to imagine that he's alive. When we also started following Auntie Eva's example and calling Joe Johnny's name in loud voices, Auntie Eva found something and stopped walking. She was standing in front of the door to the parlor.
これは
What did she find?
南條先生、ちょっと来てもらえるかしら。
Dr. Nandra, can you come here for a second?
何事ですかな。
What is it? I'd heard from the adults about the creepy magic circles that had been drawn on doors such as the one to the parlor. Well, we've seen this one before, so why is she calling attention to it again now? So solving the riddle doesn't automatically make you know what the magic circles mean, I guess. Creepy was the only word to describe that thing, which had been scrawled there with a deep red paint reminiscent of blood that slowly dripped down. Yeah, see, Eva's seen this before. Why is she calling nonsense? I don't get it. Why is she saying, what is this again? We've seen this before. Eva's seen this before. She was with the other adults, right? However, that had supposedly been there since this morning, yeah. Wondering why Auntie Eva, who had seen it already, would think it odd now. Jessica and I stared at the door. Why is it odd now?
確かにこんな数字が書かれていた記憶はありません。
Right. I have no memory of numbers such as these being written here.
な
Numbers?
かったわ。
Numbers?
不気味な魔法文字みたいなのは書かれていたけど、数字は書かれていなかった。
The creepy magical text was written here, but not the numbers. Isn't the magical text in Greek? I think it is in Greek. I can't read Greek. From what the two of them said, only a magic circle had been there since he had been there here this morning. However, right now, there were 8 digits newly written in the upper part of the magic circle. 8 digits. 8 digits? 8 twilights? Maybe because it's been 8 twilights? Now we're on the 9th twilight. I don't know. Or maybe... I'll get to this number in a second. Before I get to this number, 8 digits. 8 digits, could it mean 8 digits for the 8th twilight? Or could it mean the 8 that were killed since we went to the guest house? I don't know. What I do know is this. Eva has solved the riddle, and she does not know the meaning of these 8 digits. 07151129. Damn it, I'm gonna have to note this number down later. I don't know what it could possibly mean right now. It's probably code text, code numbers. They probably mean something, but I don't know what. I want to note it down later. But okay, 07151129. Alright. Sure, whatever that could possibly mean. Eva, do you know what that could mean? I didn't know what it meant, but I didn't even want to imagine the thought process of whoever wrote this. It was drawn with what was probably the same pen as the magic circle, but it had clearly been written very recently. The way it had dried and the condition of the color was completely different from the magic circle part.
どうせ魔法的な意味があるんだろうぜ。深く考えたって意味なんかあるわけもないさ。
It's pointless to rack our brains over it. Well, I mean, again, I keep saying this. Eva has solved the riddle, and she doesn't know what those means. Does she not know what those numbers mean? Are they not connected to the riddle in some way? Jessica intentionally spelled those words out in an attempt to wipe out how creepy it was.
魔法陣というものかもしれませんが。
A magic square? We've been calling it magic circles this entire vision level, and you're changing it now to square.
ある種の数字遊びに魔除けが宿るという考え方です。どの列を足しても同じ数字になるみたいなものを皆さんも見聞きしたことがおありでしょう。
Wait. The idea that a word against evil can reside in a certain form of a number play? I'm sure you have all heard of the one where adding all the numbers in each row leads to the same sum? Huh? No, what is this some Sudoku bull crap? I've played Sudoku before. This sounds like some Sudoku bull crap. That all the numbers add up to 9. They go from 1 to 9. What do you mean? What do you mean by this, Nanjo?
あれは四角形の中に埋めた数字の話じゃなかった。これは横一列だもの。
It's just a single row. Yeah, it's not Sudoku.
何の意味があるのかさっぱりだわ。
I don't have a clue what it could mean. And you've solved the riddle, and you don't know what it could mean. Okay, Eva. Okay.
多分ジェシカちゃんの言うのが正解よ。私たちが深く考えたところで意味なんか何もないわ。
There isn't any point in us thinking about it deeply. Okay. Even though she said that, she probably suspected that it might actually mean something. Using an old receipt or something from inside her pocket. Oh! Auntie Eva definitely wrote that number down with a short ballpoint pen. Okay, is that the same receipt she used in episode 1 to suspect that the culprit was, well, who was the culprit again? Who did she suspect using the receipt? She used, I think it was Nazi, right? Yeah, I think she suspected Nazi because she put the receipt there, and the receipt didn't move at all. But yet Kinzo disappeared from the room, creating a locked room situation. That's what Eva did, right? In episode 1. Is this the same receipt? Because an 8-digit number would probably be a little difficult to memorize, unless it had some kind of pattern. Fair enough.
これ日にちとかな。
That's what I thought, Battler. The problem is, there's 2 extra digits. Why? I thought that too. That it could be 2029. I noticed that the last number was 29. So I thought maybe, okay, 2029? Or maybe 1979. No, that doesn't make sense. 2029 is close enough for me. For you guys, it's like 40 years away. But for me, 2021 is in like 7 years. All right, 2029 will arrive for me in 7 years. So maybe the date is approaching soon. Okay, the date that the witch really resurrects in real life is approaching soon. But could it be a date?
日にち
A date?
何の話
What are you talking about? You know, Eva, Bat wants to take you out on a date. How you doing? Want to grab some coffee, Eva? What's up? Alright, that was a bad joke. I mean, that was a bad joke. Besides, I'm really not into. I don't. It's his aunt. Come on, y'all. His own aunt, and yeah, nah, we're good. And for my sake, you know, I'm not related to her, but I'm not into her either. I'm good. I'm good.
いや偶然だろうけどな
Okay, so if you interpret the first numbers as a date, so it could be the 7th of 15th. There's no 15th month though. A 15th month doesn't exist. 15th month does not exist. Unless it's American. Oh, it could be American. But no, it's Japanese. No, this is Japanese. It's not American. Wait, Japanese, they do it backwards. 07, don't they? But that still doesn't make sense, because that would mean 15 is till the month. Damn it, eh? If it's a date, okay, what if this, ignore this year 7, ignore this year 7. Maybe it's year 7, maybe it's 7 p.m. Isn't it almost 7 p.m. right now? Maybe it's 7 p.m. 15th of November 2029. At 7 p.m. y'all. Y'all, I figured it out. Wait, it's actually, nobody, no! Because if it was 7, it's 7 a.m. It's 7 a.m. If it was 7 p.m., it would be written 19, right? But it's 7 a.m. because it's 07. So, y'all, 15th of November 2029, 7 a.m. I'll see you guys then in 7 years, okay? In 7 years and like what, 4 months from now. Or 3 months actually. By the time you guys are watching this, it should be 3 months. Yeah. 7 years and 3 months from now, everybody, at 7 a.m., something special, a witch is gonna revive. Or, but if it's Japanese, don't the Japanese use year, month, day for their for categorizing the years? So it would be 2015, maybe 2015 November 29th November 2015, or 2007. But there's no 15th month. 11th of, there's no 15th month. Unless you add it and it becomes March. Alright, what's Battler thinking? I don't know. Unless it could be, yeah, no, I can't speak.
俺の誕生日7月15日なんだ
Oh! Oh, damn! But wait, then it's American again. Then it's American, because then it becomes... Because 7th is July, but that's a freaking coincidence, Battler. July 15th. I'm recording this in July. Battler's birthday was like a week ago. Yo, why didn't we celebrate Battler's birthday? What are we doing, y'all? What are we doing? Why didn't we not celebrate Battler's birthday? That's crazy. Okay, wait. But that's American then. That's American. Cause then, in America, the month comes first, then the day, then the year, right? So 15th of July 2011. 15th of July 2011. That's around the same time the Utoya thing happened. Now I think about it. A week after this date, Utoya happened. By the way, that's the biggest terrorist action in Norwegian history, if you guys didn't know that. Some crazy guy went to an island and shot up a bunch of young people. That was a huge terrorist attack. Happened in 2011. I remember it. I do remember it happening. And it happened July 22nd though. Yes, the same date as One Piece's anniversary. I'm recording this, I think, July 20th. I'm recording this a couple days after One Piece's anniversary, the 25th anniversary. So July 22nd is One Piece's anniversary, 22nd. July 15th is a week before that. Utoya happened 11 years ago. The massacre, the terrorist attack in Norway. Let me think about it then. If it's American dates though, then 15th of July 2011. So a week before the attack, the terrorist attack in Norway. But what's the 29th for at the end? And why American dates though? But no, that doesn't make sense. Why is it an American? No, it can't be. Why is it an American? It should be year, month, day. Year, month, day. Year, month, day. Not month, day, because then that's the day, that becomes the month. Right? 15 becomes the day and 7 becomes the month, which is problematic. It's probably a coincidence, but my birthday is July 15th. Why is it in American though? Butler, think about it. You're from Japan. This is a Japanese visual novel. Why American dates? If it would have been a coincidence if it said 15 07 11 29, or if it had said 11 15 07. If it had said 11 15 07, sure, fine. That's a Japanese. I think that's a Japanese way of doing, or at least the typical Asian way of writing down the date, right? But why is it in American? Why is it in the United States of American? Why like that? I don't get it.
0715が7月15日を示すのかなって思ったら
Once I thought that 0715 might refer to July 15th.
1129もほらその11月29日って読んだらちょうど語呂がいいかなって思ってよ
I figured that if 1129 stood for November 29th, maybe that'd fit perfectly. I mean, or I have another suggestion for you, Battler. But before we get to that, so 015 July 15th. That will make 1129. I mean, if you're going by American dates, yes, it will be 29th of November. But why American dates? Okay, so wait. November 29th. It's currently October in Umineko time, right? So November 29th. That's a while from now. That's over a month from when they're experiencing this. I have another suggestion, Battler. 0715 1129. Could it be not dates, but the clock? Could it be 7 a.m. and 11:29 a.m. as well, right? Could it be 7 and 11:30? 11:30, 11:29. Maybe that'd fit perfectly.
なんでバトラーの誕生日がこんなとこに書いてあるんだよ。
Why would your birthday be written in a place like this? Great question, Jessica.
そして11月29日ってなんだよ。
And what's up with November 29th? Another great question, Jessica. Do any of you guys have a birthday on November 29th? Is George's birthday November 29th? I'm sure Eva would know. Okay. What's up with November 29th?
俺が知りてえぜ
That's what I want to know. Hey, ask Eva what her son's birthday is, goddammit!
まあそのたまたまの偶然だろうけどな
It's probably just a coincidence.
そう考えたらなんだか不気味になっちまったぜ
When I thought about it, it started to feel a little creepy.
11月29日が誰かの誕生日だったりとかするのか
Eva confirmed to us what George's birthday is.
うちの家族は違うぜ親父もキリエさんもエンジェも違う
Angie. Okay, that's how you pronounce her name? Angie. I'm gonna call her Angie. Because that's how I remember her being called in Violetta. That's the Disney show. You guys remember. So, Angie, that's Kirie's daughter. Or, I think it's a daughter. It sounds like a girl's name. It's not anyone in my family, not that Kirie or Angie. So, the Battler's stepsister, I guess. We haven't met Angie yet. Are we gonna meet Angie? She's been mentioned 3 times, I think, so far. Twice in this episode, once in episode 1, but I don't remember that. But according to a commenter, she has been mentioned before.
もちろん俺のお袋もだ
And of course, not my mom either. Oh, not Osimi either. Okay. Is it George? I think it's George. Eva.
心当たりがありませんな
I cannot think of anything. George, goddammit!
金蔵さんの誕生日でも源氏さんの誕生日でもないはずだ
I don't believe it's Kinzo or Genji's birthday.
うちの家族も違うわよ。
It's not George!
ローザやマリアちゃんでもないわ。
And it isn't Rosa or Maria. Jessica can't confirm whether it's any of her parents, right? Then, I don't know.
うちの家族だって違うぜ。
It's not anyone in mine either.
カノン君も違うし、シャノンも違う。
And it isn't Connor or Shannon's. Kumasawa. That's where Virgilia was at. And Virgilia was the one to die. Virgilia was the one to die, not Beto. I think it's Kumasawa's birthday. Because that's where Virgilia was hiding. I think it's Kumasawa's birthday. I don't think it's God. I think it's Kumasawa.
私使用人の人の誕生日にはちゃんとプレゼント渡してるからみんな知ってるけど
Oh, you know it for all of them. Oh, that's kind of you actually, by the way. Jessica, that you give the servants presents on their birthdays. That's very kind of you.
11月29日に誕生日の人間なんて知らないぜ
But I don't know anyone who was born on November 29th. Would you give a present to Kumasawa though, Jessica? We all know how Kumasawa is like. Would you give her a present? That is actually very nice of you. There's a lot of servants, and the fact that you give them presents for all their birthday, that's that's kind. That's nice. I don't know if I would do that if I was Jessica. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I don't know. Although they do work hard, so I probably would give them presents. I mean, if I was as rich as Jessica was, I probably would give them presents, actually. Once we started imagining that the 8 digits, which we had thought were meaningless, were actually 2 dates written together, it really started to look that way. Couldn't be what would you call it again? We say klokkeslett. How do you freaking... Couldn't be like like the clock. The time. Couldn't be the time. However, its true meaning may be something completely different, or there may be no meaning at all. Anyway, since we don't have any real clue, it's probably pointless to stand around here analyzing it. Kumasawa, I'm saying it's Kumasawa. I'm saying, because that's Virgilia who died in the room, and Virgilia was hiding in Kumasawa. It would make sense. It would make sense, but Eva Beto is not aware, at least I don't think, that she killed off Virgilia instead of Beto. So, more important was the inside of the parlor. This morning, behind each of the doors with a magic circle drawn on them, there had been the body of a victim. And now that a number had been newly added to the door, that new thing had been added inside the parlor. What new thing had been added inside the parlor? I don't know. Maybe it's Beato's birthday, actually. What if it's Beato's birthday? Because Beato's playing a game with me, so it's my birthday and Beato's birthday. Because me and Beato are having this game together. And that's Eva Beato's message of saying, aha, your game's done now. You and Beato are gone. But Beato's still alive though in this game board, so I wonder why. Alright, what new thing had been added to the inside the parlor? Let's check then. When Auntie Eva tried to open it, she felt the resistance of the lock. She immediately took out a master key and put it in the keyhole. And we're in. We're in. We're in. We're in. We're in. As soon as she opened the door, Auntie Eva let out a high-pitched scream and ran inside! That alone was enough to tell us what had happened inside the room. Dr. Nadra and I looked at each other, and I shook my head slightly as we entered the parlor.
Georgie! Georgie!
Rest in peace, George. Dr. Nadra quickly. He can't be saved! George Aniki had fallen alongside Shannon-chan's body. His chest was stained bright red, and from his still opened eyes, all my condolences to Auntie Eva, but I couldn't pick up any signs of life. After moving to take his pulse, Dr. Nader shook his head, wordlessly reporting that George Aniki was dead. Brushing him aside, Auntie Eva once again crouched beside George Aniki and started crying at the top of her lungs. With this, Aniki's death, one thing had become certain. The murders would not be ending at the 8th twilight. Oh yeah, that's true, I guess. The epitaph was going to be carried out in its complete form, including the 9th twilight, and none will be left alive! I'm really starting to lose the plot. For some reason, Auntie Eva's half-insane cries and appearance actually made me cool down. Crestfallen and exhausted, I flopped onto the sofa and plunked my feet on top of the table. And that's where we're gonna end it, ladies and gentlemen! But we'll check George's body real quick. We'll check how George is doing real quick. Georgie! Corpse discovered in the mansion's parlor. The murder weapon is assumed to be a gun or spear-shaped object. In exchange for his soul, the witch granted an 8-digit number. Ah, huh? 07151129. I'm gonna write that down later. When spoken, a small golden land will be opened. When spoken, a small golden land will be open. What the frick are you on about? What are you on about? What? When spoken, I spoke it right now. Open my golden land. 07151129. I spoke it. 07151129. How many different ways can I freaking say this? 15th of July, 29th of November. How many different ways can I say this for you to open my golden land? Open the golden land to my heart, huh? Do that. Rest in peace, George. Alright. In exchange for his soul, though? The witch granted an 8-digit number? What does that even mean? Eva Beto granted an 8-digit number for his soul. What? I mean, I'm gonna write down the number either way. I don't possibly know what it could mean, but yeah. Alright, sure. What's going on with the witch side? Anyone good out here? How is Virgilia doing? Isn't she dead? No? You're not gonna note down anything regarding Virgilia's death? No? What about Beato herself? Yeah, no, she's still going. Okay, well. Yeah, we're gonna end it there, y'all. We're gonna end it there. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko when they cry. I'll see you guys next time, where I think this episode will end, right? I mean, we're on chapter 17 now, so I don't know. I thought, how long were the previous chapters? I think the previous chapters were 16, 17 chapters long as well, or maybe, or were they 18 chapters? No, I think there might be 18 chapters. I think we're on 17 right now. There may be 18 chapters, but I think it probably, I don't know if the chapter number differs from episode to episode, but if it ends in chapter, if it ends on this chapter, it will make sense, because I mean, we're basically almost done here, right? I mean, Eva Beata just needs to kill the rest of us, and then boom, we're off to the tea party. But if she decides to kill the rest of us, I mean, if there's 2 chapters remaining, if this chapter and next chapter remaining, then I wonder what could possibly happen to fulfill content enough for 2 chapters. I don't know. Because 1 chapter typically takes me over an hour and a half or something like that to read through. So that's a lot of story being told right there. But I don't know. We'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed this anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed reading it. I have to go, you know, put on some clothes and go to work. So I'll see you guys in... Well, if I decide to record another part later, I'll see you guys in about 10 hours at least. So... that, because I just woke up, like I said before recording this. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoy this at least as much as I enjoyed reading it. As always, I would like to say, I'll see you guys next time out, y'all. Peace!